Who likes some money? Especially making more money than you thought you were going to make. Well, that's what can happen when you invest in the stock market. I would like to persuade you to start investing in the stock market today. I chose to speak on this topic because I have a good understanding of the stock market and I have been personally investing over the past few months. I'm going to tell you how the stock market has freedom and risk, why it even pays to invest, and why now is actually the best time to start investing. So the stock market lets you pick what kind of risk you'd like to take. You can invest super safe in something like the S&P 500 and make small gains every year but consistently, or you can choose to risk a little bit of money in return for a larger gain. It's 100% up to you. And you can pick to invest in companies that you use every day. Things like Nike, Apple, Microsoft, Walmart, Amazon. It's 100% up to you. And another good tip is to invest in things that you think will be around in the future. Think, in 5 years, will Walmart still be around? If the answer is a pretty strong yes, then that's a good sign that that's something good to invest in. Now, how does the stock market pay off? Well, according to Investopia, you can expect around 8 to 15% return on your money in a year with something safe, like the S&P 500. Over the last 100 years, it has consistently gone up about 10% every year. So that's like if you have $100,000, next year you'd have about $110,000, and that would be consistently for however long you keep it in there. Compared to a bank that gives you about 2 to 3%, that's just barely keeping up with inflation itself. But now what if you want more than that 10%? Well, that's where these individual companies that we just talked about come into play. You can invest in them and risk maybe losing money or risk that company might go out of business or go on a downtrend, but it comes with a good payoff. The more risk, the more payoff. According to the Motley Fool, which is an investing website, between 2016 and 2017, Amazon increased 34%. And then the next year, 2017 to 2018, they increased another 54%. And from 2016 until present day, right before the coronavirus affected the stock market, they had gone up 355%. That's over 3.5 times your money that you put in. But now, also according to the Motley Fool, if you had invested in American Airlines, another seemingly big name company, your $100,000 investment in 2016 would only be worth a mere $30,000 today. So that shows you the risk versus reward, where you just don't really know. But doing research and your due diligence, you can pick smart plays, and by diversifying, which is investing in many different companies, you can hopefully hit more wins than you do losses and come out on top over the long period of time. But this all sounds great, right? But why is now the best time to start? Isn't the market in a big downturn and everyone's losing money? Well, the simple answer is money is moving fast. Now, what do I mean by that? So without getting too confusing, we're going to look at Apple. Over the last 2 months, over a 2-month period, Apple has gone down roughly 30%. That's almost a year and a half worth of gain that they immediately went back down in 2 months. That's how money is slowly moving up and then immediately moving super fast down. So they haven't seen these numbers at these prices for almost a year and a half. And 1 month after they saw these lows, they had gone back up 15% in 1 month. That's almost a year's worth of investment that people could have gained in 1 month if you had invested when they're at their low. Now, almost every company across the board is like this. So they're all at bargain prices of a year or more of what they saw a year or more ago, and you can get in for those prices right now. So if you've ever been thinking about investing, now is the time to go in, because you can get in at these low prices and then watch your money increase pretty rapidly while they recover. And it's also a great time because you're kind of getting a peek into the future. You're seeing prices from a year or 2 years ago, and then you know about where they're going to go to. So you can expect as the market recovers, they're going to head back to those previous prices before the big drop, and then continue on where they were just going. So now is a great time to get into investing. So in conclusion, we learned that stocks have freedom and risk, how investing pays off, and why now is actually the best time to start investing. So hopefully I've persuaded you to consider investing in the stock market. Just make a plan, do some research, and hopefully investing in the stock market will pay off for you in the future.